Well, howdy. Welcome once again to the Double M Farm. A very short video. I posted a video a couple of weeks back about different mods you can do to the Harbor Freight trencher. One I didn't even talk about because I hadn't done it, but I know a lot of people that have, was adjusting the angle of the bucket. I've just done it this morning. I didn't film it because I don't have the tripod and I got greasy. Didn't want to handle the camera with grease all over my hands. But as most of you who own one of these knows, you have a long arm and a short arm, and from the factory it comes just opposite of what I have. The long arm is here, the short arm is here. What that does is it keeps you, if you're digging a hole, when you have the bucket open, it won't open that far. The bucket will literally, let's see here. Right about there as far as the bucket will curl out. And I measured it by putting a straight edge on the dipper, and it came and hit inside the bucket right there. So that's where it was with the short arm. Now, by reversing the arms, it will go all the way to there. So when you dig a hole, you can actually go straight down instead of having a curved hole on that back side. Now, there are two things you've got to think about if you do this. One is the clearance right here. When this cylinder comes all the way in to its max, it's just touching. If you don't try to put any pressure on it, you should be fine, but you need to make sure nothing ever gets caught in there because you could damage the bucket or the dipper. The hydraulics are very strong. Now the other problem that I may run into, I apologize for the motor noise. As most of you know, I have a little Japanese mini truck, dump truck, that I load with this thing. Well, now with it changed, that's as far as it'll curl. So now, when I go to load the dump truck, I won't be able to curl it any further than that, which means as I pick it up to swing it over the dump truck, I'm going to lose some of my load. So it's a trade-off. I'm wondering if maybe if we had 4 this length and put them on both sides. Not sure. I haven't done the math to figure out if that would work with the cylinder. But I'm just going to have to try it and see how much it affects it that way. I do know I like being able to reach it out a little further. I'm going down to the pond to clean out around the edges where some mud has run down into the pond. So that's why I reversed it, so that I can curl it out and reach a little further out to scoop some of the mud around the banks of the pond. But I'm just not sure in certain situations I'm going to be able to load Dumpy without losing a lot of the dirt. So we'll just have to try it and see how it works out. What I'm going to do, I believe, is get some lynch pins to put in here and replace the cotter keys. That way I can very quickly change it from one way to the other. The only problem is you have to pull them completely off. You know what? There, tired of hollering. The only problem is you have to pull them completely off because the one going here has to be on the inside because of the angle, and the one going here has to be on the outside. So I can't just take these two loose and swing them. I've got to take that one out as well so that I can put them on the inside outside. So I know a lot of you have already done that, and I don't know if you've tried loading anything, a truck or anything, and if you have and it made a huge difference, I'd like to hear about it. But for those who haven't done it yet, it's very simple. It took me 5 minutes to do it. And just pulled those 3 pins and I greased them good while I had it out. Just saturated them with grease, put them back in. but it's really easy to do. The hardest part was getting the cotter keys out, so I'll get some of those little snap ring lynch pins from Tractor Supply and replace those cotter keys with those. And I've got to bend those cotter keys before I forget and lose them. But I'm going to give it a try while I'm cleaning around the pond, and I may make a video of that, and we'll see how it loads Dumpy. So just wanted to pass that along, and for those who haven't yet tried reversing those arms, it definitely gives you a much better swing out, but as you can see, you can't curl it in near as far. And if you're just digging trenches and holes, that's no problem, but if you're loading a truck, that could turn out to be a problem. So we'll give it a whirl and see. And I appreciate you visiting us here once again on the Double M Farm. And if I can stop shaking the camera. God, my hands are getting bad. We'll talk to you real soon.